All right. Looks like we're live. I don't know if this is going to work the way I want it to, but we're going to try. All right. I think y'all can see us both. Shabbat Shalom, saints and Most High Yah. I am Pastor Rufus.
I'm Elder Brent.
All right. The reason we're doing this live right now is because a lot of you have seen the name change on my thing. It's no longer saying Straitway. People are already sending messages and asking what's going on. I want the record to be clear. It's been said that I left Straitway. That's not true. I'm sure Pastor Dow or whatever leadership responds or whatever will say that my actions caused me to leave, but I did not leave Straitway. I was told about some meetings and I gave Straitway options. I didn't avoid the meeting. I gave them options. I'm trying to be kind of brief because I don't want to go too deep into details. I'm going to say this. Did I do everything in this process right? Probably not. I do know this, though. My intent was pure. The love in my heart was pure. I still love Pastor Dow. I still love Straitway and all the saints there. I did not leave Straitway. I didn't. I believe we were put out. And I actually got a notice, well, not a notice, but a call from Pastor Dow telling me I need to leave. Now, the way this is set up is a portion of this land is still in Pastor Dow's name. He says it's in the foundation, but it's not. I checked. It's still in his personal name. There are other pieces of our land. Y'all know we bought different plots around here in Georgia. They're in my name or our foundation. So I'm going to have to get off of technically his property, even though we built this up for 13 years. We moved here, or 11 years. We moved here in 2013. Everything here the saints did. Straitway helped us immensely get started. They put a home here. Now, the land was $5,500. We had that in savings with Straitway. So I consider Straitway, Georgia, paying for the land. Pastor Dowden provided a trailer and the materials to build that trailer up, right? Big trailer. And we're very grateful for what Straitway did for us back then. They initially had, to me, about a $50,000 investment in this place. Maybe a little less than that, in my opinion, but that's what the number I got. So when all this went down, I made an offer to him to give him that back so we can keep it, and he declined it. He's going to say a lot of stuff about me, a lot of accusations. They are what they are. I think my fruit will speak for me. I got Elder Crago here because there's going to be a narrative spent that I'm a viper and I bit this man and he is a victim of what I've done. So I want him to tell you why he did what he did so that you can hear it from the horse's mouth. I know everything I did in this situation was out of love. The word I had in my heart was restoration. Okay? Restoration. That's all I wanted. For my brother, which is Pastor Dow, for his family, there at Straitway, for Israel as a whole, because I saw us all hurting. I did. I had no ill will. I still don't have it. I had no offense. I still don't have it. I had no malice. I still don't have it. If you'd have been here today, guess what? I had Pastor Dow playing in the multi-purpose building like we do every week. And there were saints here to enjoy the service. I don't want to go into the deep details on my end. That'll come out later if need be. What I want in this is Elder to tell y'all why. And this is why I want Elder to tell it. I actually was only involved in 2 meetings, y'all. One up in Wisconsin on a Thursday and one last Sunday at Straitway. That's it. Elder, on the other hand, like I got about 10 hours in. Elder got about 80, and I'm not exaggerating. He's been through the gauntlet with this. He's seen the behind the scenes stuff that I didn't get to see, that was planned and plotted against me. So I want him to tell y'all why he made the decision that he made. I'm going to let him tell you what his decision is, why he did it, and what he experienced. Elder Crago?
So I'm the head of was Straitway Cleveland, and I removed myself of our property being Straitway Cleveland yesterday because we was having an ecclesiastical council has been going on this week, and I'm not going to get the timeline right. It's been a very long week. But it was this week. We had a meeting last Thursday at Straitway, and Pastor Rufus was there. Then afterwards, we kind of
We're going to leave, right?
Yeah, we was going to leave. We was actually moving a car around on a trailer and stuff, and then we all got a text, hey, we didn't come up with the punishment. And so we all went back in, the elders and the pastors that was there. Pastor Dow was not there. He was down at I'm assuming his house. And we was talking, and then there was new evidence come out about a brothers meeting that Pastor Rufus had. And so they shared it with us, and we never let him say his part of it. And we went forward with the Zoom meeting, and there was a lot of accusations. They was saying sins.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Elder.
No, that's fine.
You got to fill in the gap because everybody not going to understand that. He said that they never let me hear it. So they introduced new information,
Yes.
never told it to me.
That's correct.
And the Zoom meeting was a few days later.
That's correct.
It was not on the same day. But they went forward with new information that I never was privy to, right? Or could respond to. And then they had a Zoom meeting, assumably about what punishment is going to be for me.
That's correct.
All right.
And so we was talking about that, and then we never gave him a chance to respond. So we kept on, we couldn't come to an agreement. We did come up with, I agreed he was presumptuous. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Mm-hmm.
For what happened. He seen a spirit on his brother and assumed he had, or presumed he had the right to try to help him. And at the leadership meeting in Green Bay. So that didn't work out as like we thought. So we came up with he got charged with supposedly sins, when I didn't see any sins. Now, they was some of the men that did, but we did not all agree, by no means. And so they asked what the punishment should be. We all gave our ideals, and this was not took lightly at all. And then Pastor Dow come up with what he thought should happen. We still did not agree on that, and we was going to move a next Zoom meeting to 6th day. Elder Mitchell called Pastor Rufus to inform him that we was going to come to Straitway, Georgia, to give the judgment. But now we have not agreed on one at that time. And because of the Pastor Rufus calling two of the pastors wicked by their actions, he refused to let them come on the property. The property that is in his name and not Straitway Truth Ministries' names or Charles Dow's name. He refused to let him, but the reason it was not in the foundation's name is because it was bought before the foundation was started and this hadn't changed over. So I had called Pastor Rufus after Elder Mitchell had talked to him, and he said the same thing as Elder Mitchell told me he said. And so then a video come out, and they disbanded Straitway, Georgia. I'm sorry, they didn't. Pastor Dow did. Pastor Dow overrode the ecclesiastical system and did it on his own. So that was on fifth day.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Zoom meeting on sixth day, and when it started, I I just couldn't do it. They started talking, and I said I can't, and I interrupted them and stopped it, and I said I am no longer going to be considered, and I'm not going to remember it word for word. They've got the audio of the recording, but so I'm not going to remember it word for word. But I said, I'm not going to be Straitway Cleveland anymore. I can't follow unrighteousness. We overrode the ecclesiastical system and did not treat this man fairly. And that is my belief, and I removed myself from Straitway. I've been getting texts and phone calls about, and then the saints that are with me, they have a choice. They can do whatever they choose to do. I'm fine with that. But I know I don't want blood of anybody on my hands for something that was done unrighteously. And have I learned a lot and grown since coming Straitway? Most definitely. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Do I have the utmost respect for Pastor Dow and the teachings he does? Most definitely. Do I love him? Most definitely. I have no ill will at any of Straitway or the saints. I'm not part of Straitway Ministries, and I'm still sending a sister up there needs a vehicle, and I'm sending it up there to her because I still have a love for the saints. But I cannot follow unrighteousness. And when I look at it, them overriding the ecclesiastical system was unrighteous.
Elder, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Elder. Vouch for this. The way Straitway has been since I've been there in 2011, the Ecclesiastical Council, first thing is only people that have knowledge of the situation are the people that are involved in the council. If they bring in someone else, it's because they feel like they have wisdom or knowledge or expertise in that area and they can contribute. That's what's been the standard at Straitway. And then the next thing has been, when we're in that, it has to be unanimous. It cannot be majority rule. It has to be unanimous that everybody's in that council has to agree, or there's no judgment levied. Is that true or not, Elder?
That's the way I understand it. Yes, sir.
All right. So in this proceedings, were there people added to this ecclesiastical council that had no teeth in the game? And if it was, who were they added by?
Yes, there was, and they was added by Pastor Dow.
Can you tell people that are listening how many people were added that didn't have any teeth in this game?
3.
All added by
Pastor Dow.
I requested for all leadership, pastors, elders, deacons, and teachers to be allowed to come. Now, if they decide to come because of distance or not and all that, great. If they don't, I mean, great. If they come, but at least give them the option to come. I have proof text messages where I sent Pastor Dow saying to him, look, let's let them decide, Pastor Dow. You tell your side, I'll tell my side. Let them decide. And guess what? I'll submit myself. If they all agree, then I'm this man that you are painting to be this devil, this wolf in sheep's clothing, this vagabond, this what do you call me? You call me everything, brother. I am worse and worse. There's no salvation for me. You use Esau, you've used King Saul, Cor Dathan and Abiram, Diopatrice, Absalom. I'm all these men in death. There's no restoration for me through your words, Pastor Dow. So I said, if all these men will agree to that, I'll leave Straitway, because I'm not going to be responsible for Straitway splitting. I'll leave. No videos, no fanfare, no nothing. Well, I'm doing a video. Why? Because it didn't happen like that. It was a crap show from the beginning of it. Tell the people what you told me. What did it feel like to you while you went through it? Now, mind you, he got 4 or 5 times more hours with them than I do, because I only went to 2 meetings. The first meeting was what, 45 minutes? The one that Pastor Dow walked out of in Wisconsin. And then the other one was 4 hours. That's all I got. That's it. What did it feel like to you?
Going through a divorce, it was that hard. No sleep. I'm trying to make sense of all of it. I'm trying to, because there's charges coming against, and I'm searching my soul. And hey, y'all, show me the wickedness, show me the sin. And he didn't give me anything besides just being presumptuous.
And
And
oh, go ahead. And I've repented to Pastor Dow the day after I did my presumptuous thing in Green Bay. Now, what they'll say is I dishonored and disrespected him, and some men in that room felt like I did. Some men in that room didn't, though. Some didn't. It's an opinion thing, but I still repented to him the next day, because when I was talking harsh to him, now I didn't, use vulgar words and all that, but it got loud like men talk. You know what I'm saying? Like men talk. When I did that, I wasn't talking to Pastor Dow in my mind. I was talking to that spirit controlling him in my mind. Pastor Dow did this for me in 2014, where he saw a spirit on me and he told me, I'm going to get that spirit. And guess what, y'all? He did. And I was so grateful. So grateful. But guess what I did? When he came to me about it and he exposed it, I instantly repented. That's not what happened here. And again, it's being projected now that I guess I'm a pastor. I'm his brother. I've been beside him for 13, 14 straight years. I don't have the authority to tell him that I believe there's something going on with him. He said I should have entreated him. When I called him in December, I thought I was entreating him, because I said, Pastor, I can hear it in your voice in the videos. There's something going on between us, man. What's up? Let's get this worked out. There was never one time that I ever felt like Pastor Dow wanted to get me deliverance, help assist me with this spirit that he claims is on me. Any level of restoration, any level of repentance. I felt death. I felt closure. I felt separation. That's all I felt through this whole time. And I'm like, how did this get here? You just ordained me as a pastor in October. Now I've been a charlatan for years. I've been fleecing the flock. I'm fat. I'm lazy. I'm making the brothers do all the work. I'm doing all these accusations. So I say, if that's the case, why did you anoint me a pastor? You said you and Elder Becker heard from the Father that I was a pastor, and all you men poured oil on my head and anointed me as a pastor. How did I go from being a brother to an elder? How did I go from being an elder to a chief elder? How did I go from being a chief elder to a pastor? If I've been wicked all this time and you just gave me a pass. I heard you said that you've covered sin for me, or you covered for me. Maybe not sin, but you covered for me. I give you permission to release that, Pastor Dow, because I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. And guess what? Tell the people. Tell the people. I'm giving you permission. Don't worry about the releasing secrets and all that stuff you're saying. Tell the people, because I don't know what you're talking about, what you have covered for me. What I don't understand is why this can't be restored, why this can't be reconciled. I don't want your position. I don't want your title. I don't want your authority. I don't want your power. I love you, brother. I love you. And at the end of the day, that was my intent when I came to you. Restoration was in my heart. Did I hear accusations about things going on? I did. I did. They came from reputable people. Reputable people. And I wanted to support them because, again, I want us restored. That's it. I'm not hey, for the record, y'all, I ain't starting my own ministry.
no,
I could have done that before I came to Straitway. because I was in the faith before I came to Straitway. I don't know why that's so offensive that I'll walk with Yah in his commandments and keeping his feasts before Straitway. I don't know why that's so offensive. But we're not starting no ministry. I'm not. I'm not looking to build off another man's work. These are the accusations that's going on. I'm not. At the end of the day, I saw this. And so then I went to my brothers, right? The day before I went to Wisconsin for the leadership meeting, I went to the brothers here on the land and them alone. And guess why I did it, y'all? I felt obligated by the Father to get them prepared. I told them every step of the way. Pastor Dow's got the recording. Tell him to play it for you. I told them every step that was going to happen from this point moving forward. And guess what? It all happened. Every single bit of it did. And I told you, I told them brothers, I'm obligated to y'all because y'all got wives, y'all got families, y'all got mothers that are going to want answers, and you got to be able to give them these answers. Flat out. I don't care what Pastor Dow, that spirit in him, Pastor Corey, Pastor Mir, Pastor Elder McGill, or Elder Rob says. Now I'm naming the people that were there, y'all. Or even Elder Mitchell. I don't. Now I know Elder Mitchell wasn't 100 in agreement. Maybe he's changed his mind since then. I don't know because he ain't talked to me. He ain't talked to me. I know at one point, and you can vouch for this, he wasn't in agreement. He wasn't. I don't know if it's there now. There were other elders involved. Elder Beck was involved. He wasn't in agreement. It wasn't one person or two. It was 3 people that wasn't in agreement. They had been deliberating on this thing for over a week. Countless hours of Zoom calls and stuff. Nothing had been done. Matter of fact, Elder Mitchell called me last Thursday. I'm going to use this, so y'all can understand. 5th day. And told me we're supposed to be having a meeting tomorrow. I said, what's that meeting about? We got to come up with a judgment. We ain't got nowhere with that. We ain't even coming close to that. We ain't got no agreement, no nothing. I said, okay. He said, but we also want to meet on 1st day. I said, for what? With the people. You and the people. And I said, for what? He said, for a judgment. I said, hold on a second, Elder Mitchell. Do you not hear this play? How are we going to meet for a judgment when y'all ain't even came up with a judgment? I said, Elder Mitchell, I'm not going to play these games with y'all, man. This has been wicked from the beginning, and nothing has been done the way Yah tells us to do it in that book. Nothing. Pastor's trying to silence my voice. He ain't trying to have people hear me, right? I ain't really trying to get it out there like that because I'm trying to handle it in-house. I said, but Pastor Dow don't care what you, Elder Brent, and Elder Becker say. They already have it in their heart. And the they is Pastor Dow, Pastor Mir, Pastor Corey, Elder Rob, and Elder McGill. Them who I'm talking about. They already had it in their heart what was an adequate punishment for me. Now, mind y'all, they just so anointed me a pastor, right? This punishment that they had for me was give all these lands up and turn them over to Straitway. That was the first thing he wanted. Give me them lands. The second thing was you can never be the leader of Straitway, Georgia again. These were indefinite things, y'all. Close the foundation down. Move to another community and submit yourself to someone else. Then they did some ministry things. But here's the one that really got me. Not able to preach indefinitely. Now, mind you, y'all know I'm not rushing to get up in the pulpit and preach and all that. I've done one sermon as a pastor and one video as a pastor. But if Yah gives me a position and a title, how is man going to tell me you can't do it ever again? And nobody, Pastor Corey, Pastor Mir, Elder Rob, Elder, what's his name? McGill, Pastor Dow, nobody saw a problem with that? I thought Yah anointed men. Did Pastor Dow anoint me a pastor? Or did Yah anoint me a pastor? Let him tell it. He going to say he did. But that ain't what the book say. Yah said, I give the gifts to the body. And the pastor is a gift to the body. It's a gift to the body. But it has many administrations, it says, too. It has different administrations. And the one thing I know for sure, it tells us to lead by example, be an example for the people, but don't lord over them. Don't lord over them. We don't have the right to supersede these people's free will. Now, they're going to act like I'm rogue. I try to take over. I'm starting my own ministry. I've been plotting this for years. Now, here's the thing. If you knew that, Pastor Dowd, I've been plotting this for years. Why'd you let it happen? Why did you keep hearing from Yah and anointing me spiritually to go to different levels? Elder, chief elder, pastor. Make sense of that. Then they just falsely accuse me. How old are you? 50 what?
57.
57-year-old man. He's lived a long time, y'all. Again, he had 10 times the amount of hours with them that I did. But I've influenced him, and he's in his emotions and feelings because we're friends. Well, I'm friends with them too. I thought I was. Elder, you can vouch for this. Did not Pastor Mir and Pastor Corey start bringing up in some of y'all meetings old stuff that had nothing to do with what we were dealing with?
Yes.
They got stuff in their heart towards me and ain't never said a word to me. But they justified it saying, yeah, that let me know you were jealous of me. You sit in this seat, so you jealous of me. You asked about my vehicle, my new vehicle, you jealous of me. You said these negative words about me. I'm going to tell you this right now. A lot of them words I said, they didn't come from me. I'm going to let y'all figure it out. They didn't really come from me. I was repeating what somebody told me. Now, I ain't finna get into the semantics of this. This video was really made so people would know the truth. I did not leave Straitway. I was put out of Straitway by Pastor Dow. Now, I believe Pastor Mir, Pastor Corey, Elder McGill, and Elder Rob supported him in that decision. I don't believe Elder Brent, I don't believe Elder Becker, and I don't believe Elder Mitchell 100% supported them in that. I don't believe it. Don't know where he's at with that now. Don't know. But I don't believe he 100% supported. Because guess why? When he called me that day, he told me, man, we ain't no, that's not that. And when I broke down for him to play, I said, bro, they already got this made up. Pastor gonna do what he want to do. And if y'all don't agree tomorrow with him, he gonna do what he gonna do anyways. That's why he already got a meeting scheduled for a judgment. Mind you, we ain't followed nothing that the Bible said about an ecclesiastical council. He literally took the authority and did it himself. Now, I've been accused of calling Pastor Dow King of Straitway. That's a fair accusation because I have in different videos and stuff. Now, why would I do that? I'm putting it in people's mind what's going on. When we're talking about making decisions with no levels of accountability, of this level, because this level is separation, y'all. He took the fellowship away. Now he's disbanding the thing. This is trying to put someone out the faith. Listen to what he talked about last night. Let him tell it. Ground finna open up. We going to hell. Me and my family, everybody associated with me going to hell. We're going to see. We're going to see. Because I don't believe that. Because again, I don't fit Diopatries. I don't fit Cor, Datham, and Abiram. That's the problem you have. You can stack it up and it sounds really, really good, Shepherd. You can. But I don't fit those. My mindset wasn't what their mindset was. I never wanted your position. I never envied anything that you ever had. Ever. I didn't try to build no ministry off of yours. I actually duplicated what you did. That's what I did. If you look closely, I duplicated. I followed you as you followed Christ. That's what I did. But at the end of the day, you had it in your heart with this spirit towards me to destroy me. And that's what you're trying to do now. I've heard what you said in them meetings, Pastor. You want me to feel it. You want the pain. And I know you. I've been with you 14 years. I studied you well, Pastor Dow. Why? Because I love you. Not to use it against you. To serve you. Like I did faithfully for 14 years, Pastor Dow. And this is your brother. And this is what we get. Denzel McGee gets more honor than Pastor Rufus do in your life. A damn charlatan. You gave him the whole platform at Straitway to speak to the whole congregation because he had a grievance with you. I come to you as a brother, like the book say. Go to your brother if you have an ought. I didn't have an ought. I knew he did. But I still went to him out of respect. Go to him and him alone. I didn't call nobody else. Did you not beg me after finding out that I went to him to go back to him? I told you what?
You done had.
I can't do that because the book don't tell me to do that. The book say bring more. I need witnesses. I told him and Elder Mitchell, I'm not going back. I already been to him. He rejected me. I need witnesses the next time I go. And then what's the next step? We go before the assembly. That didn't happen here, y'all. Pastor Dow made these decisions because he had it in my heart, in his heart. And when I went to him on several occasions, I asked him, am I that bitter root? Nope. It's a brother in Indiana. It's a brother up here in Ohio. That story changed so many times. Never fit a timeline. It was just a flat out lie. But he actually told us in the video he wasn't going to tell me. He said in the video in December, you got this spirit. I ain't going to tell you what it is. Now, again, he believes he's protecting the flock. He does. He really believes that, y'all. The problem is my character don't match what you're saying. And you've convinced these wicked leaders, because that's what they are. Now, let me tell y'all why I say they wicked. And then I'm going to let Elder speak if he got something else to say. The reason I say they wicked is because they know what Yah requires of us in these ecclesiastical councils. We don't add people. Pastor Mir asked me, why don't we get Pastor Corey involved? I said, he don't got no teeth in the game. He don't know nothing about this. We don't add him just because he's a pastor. If that's the case, why don't I get Elder Chris or Elder Ezekiel or anybody that's in leadership? They don't have no teeth in the game. Just because he's a pastor, he don't get added. Guess what? Next time I talk to him, guess who was added, y'all? Pastor Corey. And he had heard from Pastor Dow and Pastor Mir. He didn't talk to me. Then these wicked pastors, because that's what they are, knew that when we was coming to this meeting last first day, we were told, elders right here to vouch, that it was going to be the same people that was in the Wisconsin meeting, which was Pastor Dow, myself, Elder Becker, Elder Brent, Pastor Mir, and who I'm missing? Elder Mitchell. It was going to be those people plus Pastor Corey since they already added him. Even though he should have never been a part of this, I said, whatever, let's do it. Guess what, y'all? When I got to that meeting, guess who was there? Elder McGill and Elder Rob. Elder Rob lives with Pastor Mir. Elder McGill is part of Kansas City with Pastor Corey. You don't think they got in their ear first? You tell me what spirit you thought you saw on Elder McGill when he was talking to me.
He definitely had an accusing spirit. Because he was coming pretty hard.
Yeah. Now, mind you, no real accusations against an elder. They spout that when I do it. But what about me? I'm actually over 50 and I'm an elder. What about me? What about me? The people are hurting, man. The people are hurting. You want to blame that on me. Guess what? This place is still open to the people. Now, we're not Straitway, Georgia, because that's what Pastor has. That's his name. That's why I changed my name. Now, I saw the thread where they got on there, look, look, look. The man did a video saying there's no more Straitway, Georgia. Am I supposed to leave my name on YouTube as Straitway, Georgia? I'm going to honor him. It's his name. I can't take his name from him. Him and Teacher Shane came up with that name. So I changed it to Servants of Georgia. I'm still a servant no matter what. He'll tell you, and they ain't in a way, they ain't serving y'all. Guess what? I was doing it before I met you, Pastor Dow. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. Do we believe for reconciliation? We hope. But that spirit's on Pastor Dow. He don't care about no reconciliation with me. I am the worst thing that ever walked this earth in his eyes. And all I've done is fleece the people, stole from them, made them work for me, sit around and get fat, drink coffee all day. That's what he thinks of me. Now, when we came here, we had 1 acre of land and 1 building. Now we got almost 7 acres of land and 15 buildings. Y'all tell me, is that someone with 0 talent? Is that someone with 2 talents? Or is that somebody with 5 talents? You make the decision. I guarantee this, none of y'all will say that's 0 talent because we didn't bury it. We follow Straitway. We may not be on the path or the pace that he thinks we should be on, but to sit here and say we have 0 fruit, that's a lie and the truth just not in it. And that's just the natural fruit. We don't want to go to the spiritual fruit that I've added to him and his immediate family, that I've added to this entire ministry. I did this in love, y'all. Now I'm getting a little amped now because it's like, man, I did this in love. I love Pastor Dow. I love the people of Straitway. He can spin it any way he want. I want you to hear the truth. He gonna spin it like I made this man do what he's doing, all this stuff. We got plans to do this. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. This man did what he did because he saw the wickedness and the ungodliness of these men coming after me. I did not get a fair counsel. Now, guess what? I'm still available. Call me the Straitway and have me go before the whole congregation. Have those wicked pastors up there and then have the righteous ones up there as well. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. You gave it to Denzel McGee. How come I don't get that? How come I don't get that? The feast's coming up. All the saints will be there. I'll make myself available because I have nothing to hide. They're going to play videos. They're going to play videos and audio recordings. Guess what, y'all? Of private meetings I was having with the brothers here, warning them of what was to come. Guess what I told my brothers, though? If you feel in your heart that Pastor Dow needs to hear what we talked about, you can send it to him. I told him that. You can send it to him. And guess what? One of them did. Every meeting we had, he has. Tell him to play it for you. Now, some of you may listen and say, man, that's too much information. I guarantee this, you won't say it was a lie, though. You won't say it was a lie because I didn't lie and I never hid anything. I've been 100% transparent through this whole entire thing. Why? I want restoration. I don't want separation. I don't want division in Israel. I want us to be restored. I'm not fooled. I got full spiritual discernment. This thing going on with me and Pastor Dow, it's a smoke screen. It's a smoke screen. It ain't the real deal, y'all. It ain't the real issues in Straitway. And I think the Most High finna speak because he gonna deal with us. He gonna deal with Israel and the wickedness going on in Israel. That's the real reset Pastor Dow been talking about. I done asked 20 brothers, what's the reset? I get 18 different answers. How come it's not? And Pastor said I speak concrete. How is it that I can ask 18 different brothers, 20 different brothers, what's the reset? And none of them really know. It ain't concrete. It's BS. You would say the reset is getting rid of me. That's what you'll tell them. I'm the wicked one in the interpretation. Let y'all judge that, because guess what? All that stuff you read off on the video the other day, y'all was doing that, not man. Opening up the ground, living judgments for Moses and them. Y'all did that, not a man. Let y'all do it. Let y'all do it. Bring me before the people and let's see if the ground opens up for me. Let's see if y'all kills me, because guess what? I'm with that. Do you know why? Because if I am that wicked man and I'm fooled and I have no idea that's me, I'd rather go to hell. I'd rather go to hell right now. What good am I? Why am I here? I don't want that. If I'm not a real true servant of the Most High Yah, send me to hell right now. And you said, let's go. All right, let's go, Pastor Dow. Let's go. Call me the Straitway. Put me before all the people. No, you're going to protect the saints. You're not protecting them. You're protecting you. And that spirit, brother. Now, I'll say it again with passion. I love you, Pastor Dow. I love you as Straitway. And I ain't stopping loving y'all. I've been a real brother to you. A real friend to you. Oh, you're telling my secrets. Quit being a liar. Quit deceiving. Quit misleading. Quit being malicious with your thoughts. Then I don't have to reveal what you call secrets, because Pastor Dow, you know as well as I do, I have not revealed your secrets, brother. Stop it. I have not revealed your secrets, Pastor Dow. I haven't. You're not going to paint me to be this devil and not face me. Now, you don't have to. Keep doing what you're doing. Guess what? These people here that decide to be with you, they can. And guess what I told them? I ain't closing my bowels of compassion. Whatever you need from me, you're going to get. You gave me a 30-day notice. Now, mind you, this is a house. This is a land that we built up. Chicken coops on it, greenhouses on it. We just redid the whole garden with wider beds and all that. I got trailers on here, people living in, all this kind of stuff. You don't care. You don't care. I want that land. I want it now. Get out. You gave me 30 days, y'all. 30 days. That's righteous. That's righteous for your brother that served you 14 years. That's righteous. I called those men wicked because they did wicked things. Allowing these other people to come in and influence their minds, that is wicked. I didn't call them, I didn't do nothing outside of nothing. That is wickedness. They had no teeth in the game. They shouldn't even been talked to. They should have not been there at those meetings. Pastor Corey never should have been a part of this. Elder McGill and Elder Rob never should have been a part of this. So for y'all adding them, that makes you wicked, and you agreed to it. Why? Because they agreed with Pastor Dow. They were under that influence. They got ill will in their heart towards me because they say, you jealous of me. Look where you sit. You trying to block people from getting to Pastor Dow. What was I doing when I came to the ministry? Sitting next to Pastor Dow the whole damn time? I was his armor bearer. I was his security first before anybody got here. I have always sat next to Pastor Dow from the day I got in this ministry. I ain't blocking nobody from him. I'm bringing people to him. You've been interviewing all my brothers. Guess what? They telling you the same thing. Talking about I sold Discord. Didn't happen. I only spoke to the brothers that live here on the land. Guess why? They needed to be prepared. They got wives and children, y'all. They got mothers to take care of. I only spoke to them because they needed to be prepared. I didn't speak to nobody else in Israel. And I want the person out there in Israel to say I'm lying. Come up. Show your face. Say, nope, you talked to me about it, Pastor Rufus. Come on up. Come on up. I kept it to the people that needed to know. These men need to know because look what it is now. Can y'all imagine last Thursday? Was it Thursday? Can you imagine me not saying nothing? You living here on this land with me for a decade. Me ain't saying a word. And then all of a sudden Thursday, a video pops up saying Straitway George is disbanded. It's no longer. How would you feel about me as a leader? You wouldn't be mad at me? No, those brothers deserve to know, and they deserve to lead their families. I don't regret that decision one bit. They going through that video, those audios with a fine-tooth comb trying to find sin against me. It ain't gonna stick though, that's the problem. Because my intent was pure. I love you, Pastor Dow. I love Straitway. And believe it or not, them wicked pastors, I still love them. They just operating in wickedness. That's why I said they're not welcome here. They didn't do this righteously. They didn't do this fair. I offered, and many, many times, get all the leaders up here. Let them hear the matter since you're bringing other people in. No, that came from Pastor Dow. But when he added people, it was because of Pastor Dow. He admitted it. Am I lying?
No, he did.
In the meeting, Elder Becker said, what? Why are these two men here? I was told they're not going to be in here. They're supposed to be sitting in their cars. What did Pastor Dow say, Elder?
I'm not going to disrespect them, have them sitting out in their cars. Brought them in.
Come on, man. Was we born yesterday? Them men came knowing they was going to be in that meeting. No, that's another assumption by you. Again, at the end of the day, if I'm that, guess what? I don't even want to sit in that meeting. I'm telling you, hey, I got no teeth in this. I don't want to be involved. I'd rather sit in the car. I don't want this on my hands. See, a righteous man would be like, why are y'all bringing me in now? Y'all at a judgment stage and you trying to add me? No, we weren't at a judgment stage because guess what? I'll let you tell it. Were y'all able to find sin?
No, they at the very first meeting, whenever you left, and then they brought us back in, we couldn't find any. Then they brought the videos, and then they was
so new evidence.
New evidence, yes.
That I never got the answer to. I never spoke on this new evidence, have I?
No, you have not.
That's fair, y'all. That's righteous. Now y'all see why I call these brothers wicked? Now y'all see why I call them wicked? Now guess what, y'all? I love the saints so much. Pastor Dow could have came to me and said, look, you're a wicked brother. I don't really want you around my people no more. Guess what I would have done? Okay. You want to break down and show me? Since you full of the scriptures, show me, Pastor, where I'm being wicked. And guess what? If he could have convinced me, I'd have left. I love y'all that much. I told them 2 times I would submit myself if you do this righteously. Elder Brent, did I not repent to Pastor Dow? I did. I came at Pastor Dow disrespectful or dishonorably. That's what they say in Green Bay on a Thursday night. We had leadership meeting on Friday. After that meeting, did I not hug Pastor Dow and repent to him?
You did.
Then go fast forward up to last Sunday, last first day. I repented in front of all the leaders there to Pastor Dow again for that. Because again, that I agree that was presumptuous. Now, Pastor Court, thank you, Pastor Court, because he brought out a scripture in Sirach and it hit me hard. Like, yep, you know what? I'm thinking I'm doing good. I didn't, and I received it instantly. Guess what? I even shared it with all my family. I did. But the intent of my heart, it ain't what you saying it is, Pastor Don. It ain't what you saying it is, Pastor Mir. It's not what you saying it is, Pastor Corey. It's not. It's not. But I repented. Pastor said, I want to hear everybody's take on what just took place. Elder Brent, did not every single leader there, besides Pastor Dow, say they thought my words that day, I had sincerity and intent. I mean, I was sincere in what I was saying.
Yes.
Pastor Dow had a full list, y'all, printed out. He said, bull crap. I don't believe him. He still got it in his heart. Look at him, blah, blah, blah. And he started reading this list. He had it pre-printed out, y'all. So his mind was already made up. His mind been made up since y'all, his mind been made up since I came to him in love about the videos he been making. His mind been made up. Just say you don't want to fellowship with me no more, brother. Just say that. You can have your name and all that. Just say that. The people gonna decide. There's some that's already told me they're going back with you, Pastor Dow. I don't have no problem with that. There's some that's saying they staying. Pastor, I ain't tripping. I don't get to dictate the people. That book tells me I don't have the right to lord over them. They belong to Yah. I just got to be an example. Don't look to me if you need an example on how to lose weight. That ain't my specialty, okay? Not anymore. Now, for 31 years it was, but not anymore. But if you want to know how to love, you want to know how to cast out spirits, you want to know how to discern, you want to know how to walk in love with your brother, you want to know how to be a support to your brother, you can look to me. You can look to me. You want to know how to be loyal? Because I've been loyal to Pastor Dow, regardless of what he say. I've been loyal to him. You can look to me. I got examples of fruit in this man. Hey, you know what, y'all? Do me a big favor. It's in my videos. Go back and look at what Pastor Dow and Pastor Mir said about me in October when I got ordained a minister. It's in my page. I put their testimony up there. I promise you all this. I am that man that they testified about in October, not this man they testifying about me now. And if I am, I want them to say, tell everybody, how did it happen so fast? Because in November, I was good, Pastor Dow, when you came and got my daughter, remember? Because you married my daughter in November. We was good that whole month. December, once we left Alabama, oh boy. And Alabama was at the last week of November because it was around Thanksgiving time, I think, after that. So it was the last week of November. I think I did a video December 1st, so it was ending on December 1st. That's when it went really, really haywire. That's when it went really, really haywire. Now, did Pastor Dow ever come to me and say, I got an issue with what you got going on, Pastor Rufus? Nope. I'll let you tell it. I'm not even going to say it. Elder Brent, have you seen in this whole process love for me, restoration for me, repentance at my door, anything that would bring us together and keep us together? Have you seen that from Pastor Dow at any time in this process?
No. I actually asked, where is the, I don't hear restore at all. I don't hear restoration at all. I hear a hurt man. And he said, you damn right I'm hurt. And I never heard love, and I didn't hear restore at all.
They're building a doctrine telling people that because of rank, you cannot do certain things. And again, I got no problem. Pastor Dow is above me. But I don't view him as a king, even though I see different situations and decisions he's making that only kings make in the Bible, y'all. Only kings make these type of decisions. I've never seen Apostle Paul make this type of decision, or Peter make this type of decision. And that's why I use that verbiage. Now, he gonna respond to this, I'm sure. Let's see if I get the Straitway and get to go before the people, though. Let's see. Because y'all have seen it. Go back and look up the video with Denzel McGee. It's still on there somewhere. He gave that man the whole floor, said, let him speak. Let him speak. Let him speak. In front of the whole congregation. And he had some BS. But he had more honor for Denzel McGee than he does for me. And I've served him 14 years. Faithfully. I don't care what he say. Faithfully. Now, a lot of y'all may think, man, he mad at Pastor Dow. No, I'm not. Y'all got to understand spiritual thing. I'm not even speaking to Pastor Dow. I'm really speaking to that spirit. Same thing I was trying to do in Wisconsin. I guess it was a failed attempt, huh? Because we're here. But the same thing I was trying to do there, I actually learned that from Pastor Dow because he did it for me. And I'm not Pastor Dow. I don't have the authority. I don't have the power or anything. I said through this whole process. Then I tell you, I don't have the authority to judge Pastor Dow.
Yep.
I don't have the authority to judge Straitway. But that's my brother. I love him. And if I see this, aren't I supposed to go to him? Now, if he rejects me, what am I supposed to do? Bring more. That's what I tried to do. And if he rejects them, then what? Go before the assembly. Never could get to that point. You're out of here, Pastor Rufus. You're wicked. You're the worst man that ever came to this ministry. You're a charlatan. You've been stealing land from the people. You're doing all this. Guess what, y'all? That land across the street over there, it is in my name still, because we bought that property before we did foundations. The land down the street where they're building my new house, that's in my name. It is. Guess why? Because we bought that before we started doing foundations. But I got properties all over there too, y'all. I got several properties. Huh?
After.
Yeah, I got several properties over there that I bought after we started foundations, and go look. They're all in the foundation. But guess what? This land I'm on right now is the original land that Pastor Dow put in his name. Go look it up. It's still in the 375 Cemetery Lane, Lyerly, Georgia. Lyerly. 375. I'm giving you my address. It's public record anyways. You just Google Straitway, Georgia, it's going to come up. Go look and see who they say tax-wise owns this land. It's in Pastor Dow's name. He said everything he got is in the foundations. I can't see that. There's 2 plots here. Both of them are still in Pastor Dow and Mother Carol's name. There's a plot around the corner from Mama Jaja that he bought, right? That's still in his name too. I thought everything was in the foundation. But I'm trying to steal from the saints? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to steal from the saints. I'm glad I didn't have this in your name. Because you know why? The vindictiveness, the viciousness this spirit has towards me, y'all. Well, Elder, I'll let you say it. What did he say? You say it.
He wanted, whenever he gave the demand or what he wanted for a judgment, he said, I don't care if he's a vagabond.
I'm his brother for 14 years, serving him faithfully. What did I do that was so bad? Have a loud conversation with him? That spurred this? Telling the brothers here on the land to be prepared, because I see this in this spirit. Now, mind you, what I told them, everything happened. I warned them. I prepared them. This man left Straitway on his own free will. He said, I can't serve this level of wickedness. That's what he said. I cannot submit to unrighteousness. He saw this process. Again, he got 4 or 5 times more hours than I do in this process, y'all. Because he was with these meetings, these Zoom calls, and all this stuff they were doing. And you got to describe that with the witch thing. What I don't know how you said the witch thing. You felt like a fireman at a...
yeah, the Salem witch trials. Because it was just like, hey, going to have to show it. And it wasn't. It was just want to hang him, want to burn him. And hey, I'm all about, if it's righteous, fine, give him a punishment, give him a judgment. But when you can't find it, don't make shit up.
Again, I love Pastor Dow. I don't care what he says. I love Straitway and everybody at Straitway. I'm still that same brother, elder, chief elder, Pastor Rufus, that all y'all love. And you love me. Why? Because I loved you first. I ain't no slick talker. I'm very direct. Guess what? People ain't going around questioning, did I say this? Did I say that? Well, I'm speaking clear. No, you're not, because nobody understands what the hell going on. You're so used to shotgun and everything, you don't know. I speak very clear, very direct. And guess what? I was transparent through this whole process, y'all. I didn't hide anything from Pastor Dow. Anything I did or said on video, anything, you can send it to him. That's what I told everybody. Send it to him. If you feel led, send it. And guess what? He got a lot of videos from private conversations I had. Never stopped the brothers from doing it. Never chastised the brothers from doing it. Now, somebody's being extremely transparent in this whole process. Somebody's hiding information. You tell me why. Somebody's trying to get us to follow this book, and somebody is avoiding this book. They're taking liberties they don't have. But guess what? It's our fault. It's our fault. Me. I'm starting with me. I start calling his son. He said it last night. I'll never call my son a prince. You're right. That was me. And I was wrong for that. Just like I was wrong for saying you batting 1,000. If you notice, I ain't said that in years. Because you've been missing a whole lot lately. A whole lot lately. So you don't hear that statement coming from my mouth. But I honor you enough never to say it. I only bring it up now because you brought it up last night. Why are you so upset? Thought you didn't mind me asking. I don't mind you asking. I'm upset, brother, because this is supposed to be a love thing. And there are lives on the line here. You talking about people's livelihood. We put everything in these communities, brother. And he don't care. It's a lot of families here with multiple wives and multiple children and babies being born and babies on the way and all this. He don't care nothing about that. He don't. He wants me to suffer. Because again, I'll ask anybody. Y'all can put in the comment section. Y'all can put in the chat room. We moved on this land in 2013. We've been here building this up. We as the Georgia Saints. We got a home. We got other living. We got 1, 2, 3. We built a home for Tim here. We got a thing we converted for Brother Herbert here. We got this home. We got 2 trailers over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 livable spaces just on this land for saints. Till we build more on other lands and then we can move them. He don't care about that. He said 30 days, Pastor. I sent him an offer. He got 50 grand. I don't even think it's that much, but he got 50 grand in it from his initial investment to help us get started. I said, I'll give you 50 grand. What did he say about this? What did he say?
No.
He said, offer decline is what he said.
Yeah, okay.
But what did he say about this land when he brought it up on the meeting, when y'all had y'all meeting?
I'll put a for sale sign in the front yard, and I don't care if it's worth $150,000. I'll sell it for $50,000 as a fire sale.
I'm wicked though, y'all. He don't care nothing about what the saints here in Georgia did with this land for 11 years, from 2013 to now. He don't care. You got 30 days, Pastor. And he hung up the phone. I said, yes, sir. I sent him an offer. He didn't take him long. Declined. But he'll sell it to a heathen for 50. Now, when Elder Austin left, he stole from you. Man was a charlatan. He stole from you. Knowing he was leaving, borrowed $10,000 that he never planned on giving back. Took the land that y'all went there, built, paid for, all of that. You actually offered him money for that land, even though it was really y'all's, for the saints. I thought that was righteous. He declined you. He never responded. But that's not what's going on here. Why can't these saints keep this land if they decide to stay, Pastor Dow? But I'm the wicked one. I'm the one stealing from the saints. That's what you're saying to people publicly. So that's why I got to call this out. I'm the one stealing from the saints. Shouldn't have to come to this, Pastor Dow, but you did a video first. You did a whole 2.5-hour blog talk, really talking about me. I'm just doing an hour-long video, and I know Elder Ty, it's been a long day for you.
In a long 2-3 weeks.
I love Pastor Dow. Still, he my brother. I don't care what he say. I love Straitway. I love the people of Straitway. I never left Straitway. Pastor Dow disbanded Straitway, Georgia, because he felt like he had the spiritual authority to do it. Now, what I would say is, show me that in the book. Show me that in the book. The Israelites fight all the time, right? The tribes, they were going at it all the time, right?
Oh, yeah. I see why they are.
This ain't even that, though, y'all. All I did was see something going on in my brother and entreat him and go to him. Even though I didn't have an offense, I still went to him. And we at this stage now. I wanted y'all to hear from the horse's mouth, though. I wanted y'all to hear Elder Brent. Because Pastor not going to tell y'all that Straitway Cleveland has been dissolved. He ain't going to tell you that. You know why? He's a victim of me in Pastor Dow's eyes. He don't have discernment. He don't understand what he's under. So I'm going to retrieve him. I'm going to save him and all the people on this land. He did the same thing I did. Look, this is where we at. If you want to be here, you can. If you don't, let me know what you need. That's all you can do. I don't get to control the free will of these people. Well, Pastor Dow do, though. Pastor Dow, I'm telling y'all right now, I tried to get people added to my thing. Elder Kabir will be honest and tell the truth. I tried to get other people. It never worked out. It never worked out. And I'm glad now. Because guess what? With this spirit, he just told them, I don't care if you're a vagabond. I don't care. If I'd have had everything in Straitway's name, guess what? Me and my wives and my children will be on the streets. And Pastor Dow wouldn't give a shit. That's how bad that spirit is. Now, again, I love you, Pastor Dow, and I'll meet you anywhere to tell you. Face to face. I will. I will. Time and date, brother. I told y'all I don't duck no smoke. Even that meeting that kangaroo court meeting y'all wanted to do, I still didn't duck it. I told you, you could come, Pastor Dow, Elder Becker, Elder Mitchell, and Elder Brent. I didn't need them wicked dudes coming. But I also told you this, I'll come to Straitway. I'll bring the whole community up to Straitway. Guess what his response was, y'all? That video y'all saw saying Georgia's disbanded. He can call him and ask his opinion if Georgia needs to be disbanded. That's why he made the decision that he made. Not because of me, y'all. Again, for the record, I don't have no ministry. I ain't finna go start no ministry. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep serving y'all the way I've been serving y'all. We got 2 building projects going on here now. Once we get past the feast and I get done, take care of my business down in Texas, we're gonna get back on finishing up these building projects. I'm still gonna do everything that we had planned to do. Will I have less help? Yep, but y'all will provide. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. I didn't know what this man was going to do. He didn't tell me. I knew where his heart was going, but he didn't tell me. He didn't tell me. I didn't make my decision because, I got the backing of Elder Brent. No. He could change his heart tomorrow. I'm still going to do this. I'm still going to serve y'all. I served y'all before I met Pastor Dow. I'm going to serve y'all. If Pastor Dow decides we never be fellowship ever again, I'm going to still serve him. Now, see, I'm going to tell the folk, let y'all reconcile it. I'll show you how to forgive. Because I've been a good example of showing y'all how to serve leaders. I've been a very good example for 14 years. I'm going to show you how to forgive too. Watch. If it be the will of the Father and this thing gets restored, I'm going to show you how to forgive. Watch. And you're going to get to see, is he telling the truth or is he lying? You're going to get to see. It is what it is. It is what it is. Again, Israel, I love you. Straitway Truth Ministries, I love you. Ain't gonna stop. Ain't gonna stop. Pastor Dow, I love you, brother. I know you don't want to hear it. Now that I was speaking to Pastor Dow, not that wicked spirit. I love you. Bring out a railing accusation against an elder. Okay, what y'all doing with me? What y'all doing with me? You put it out there. You called me wicked. You did. You called me wicked. It is what it is. Elder, you got anything else?
No, I told Pastor Dow I wasn't going to go out and talk wicked about him. I'm not. I love him. I just want to see restoration.
Hallelujah. You feel like I talked wicked about him today a little bit?
Wicked about him? No, we just spoke truth. We just spoke what was going on.
I don't care what nobody say, y'all. I love Pastor Dow. He can call right now. Guess what? I could be the Straitway in 3 hours and 45 minutes. 3 hours and 45 minutes. I'll jump in my truck, my car, and I'll be there in 3 hours and 45 minutes. Test me. Test my boast. I wanted restoration the whole time, y'all. That's it. That's it. Never wanted to be separate. Never wanted to take his position. Never thought that I was better than anybody in that ministry. Never was jealous of any position or pastor or deacon or whatever. Never. Never. I don't care what they tell you. You can listen to it. It's a good spin. It's a very good spin. The problem is, All them things they accusing me of, all those people they compare me to in the Bible, don't fit me. I ain't Absalom. Don't fit me. I ain't Cor Dathan and Abiram. Don't fit me. I ain't Patrice. Don't fit me. I ain't Esau. Don't fit me. None of them do. They don't fit me. It ain't what I did, and it wasn't the intent of my heart when I went to you. He's had this plan for years. That's a lie. And if it was, why didn't you do something about it? Why'd you keep hearing from y'all and promoting me spiritually? If I was that, don't make no sense. Y'all ain't that complicated, y'all. He's really not. He's simple. He ain't that complicated. I'm not that man they're trying to present me to be today. Go back and look at the videos I got posted on my channel. It shows you the testimony of Pastor Dow of who I was in October, y'all. I was unrebukable in October. Look at me now. This is what I get for becoming a pastor. Wow. And you wonder why we don't want these titles, y'all. You wonder why. Go back. Hey, you know what some of y'all need to do? Go back and look at when I became a pastor. Look at the look on my face. Look at the look on my face. And you wonder why the men of y'all run from these positions and titles. This is BS. This is love. Whether you see it or not, this is love. Did I want to do this video? Nope. But I felt y'all need to hear him and hear me. Because guess what? Our voice has been silenced. We ain't getting a platform to tell y'all our side of the story. Give me a righteous ecclesiastical council. They tell me then, yes, Pastor, we see this. Pastor Dow was right the whole time. Guess what? Bye-bye. I'll be gone. No no more video, no nothing. Because I love the saints that much. I'm not here to hinder the saints. I'm not here to use the saints and take advantage of the saints. That's not what I'm here for. Regardless of what people think and say. Because I won't do it because I won't do what they tell me to do. We're not supposed to lord over the people. Yes, we have a ranked system. Yes, we listen to Pastor Dow. But he shouldn't be superseding our free will. If I'm going to be a big man, okay, be a big man. I actually enjoyed this more than I did when I was in shape all the time. I did. That's on me. Why such a personal attack? Because you look at it and say, you doing all that, and the people still love you. I'm out here being a perfect example for y'all, and y'all giving him the same honor you give me? You told me, Pastor Dow, 5 or 6 times his last feast, these people love you. These people love you. You told me, if I die, he said, "God forbid, I'm not putting death on you." Well, you are now, though. You wasn't then, but you are now. God forbid, if you die, Pastor Rufus, it's going to be a weeping and a howl in Israel. You told me that, Pastor Dow, at this last feast. Tabernacles. What happened to that? I'm done. Elder, you got anything?
Hey, I love you, Israel. I hope we get restoration. Because that's what it's all about. Shalom.
That's what we want. Bless y'all. Shalom, shalom.